Good morning. I'm going to talk about positive and negative feedback loops, and then we're going to identify them from some situations here. So it talks about both positive and negative feedback loops in these two paragraphs, and obviously there's a lot of videos that you can watch about it, but just the basic idea here. If you have a positive feedback loop, that's going to be a loop that as the process goes on, it reinforces whatever that process is. So for a positive feedback loop, it could make something increase. It just keeps increasing and increasing and increasing. Or it could be something that decreases, continually decreases a process. Negative feedback loops tend to try and stabilize. So if something goes up, like here's an example of a negative feedback loop. If body temperature goes up, they're going to do something to bring the body temperature back down. That's a negative feedback loop. So as something either goes up or down, a negative feedback loop will try and counter that and bring it back down or bring it back up. Positive feedback loops, they're just kind of a runaway process. Positive feedback loops, just you get more and more and more of the same thing. So let's look at some examples here. First one says childbirth. So we're just going to read the description and it should tell us whether it's positive or negative. Childbirth. During labor, the release of oxytocin stimulates uterine contractions. Okay? As contractions intensify, more oxytocin is released, leading to stronger contractions, continuing until childbirth occurs. So what we see here is release of oxytocin stimulates contractions, more oxytocin. It just keeps getting more and more and more. So that is a positive feedback loop. Okay. Let's look at number 2, body temperature regulation. When the body temperature rises, so we see rises, sweat glands are activated to release sweat, which cools the body. That's the opposite of what we had here. As the body temperature returns to normal, sweating decreases, maintaining a stable temperature. So we saw something first that went up, and then the process did something to bring it back down. That is a negative feedback loop. All right, so go through the rest of these and just label whether it's positive or negative feedback loop. All right, thank you very much.